Alright, what's going on, guys? Grand Dark Elf here, and welcome to the first episode of the Saiyan Podcast, or Elven Podcast. I'm here today with Mopbuckket. Say hello.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
So I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to have Mopbucket here with us today. So, how long have you been streaming, to be honest?
That's a rough question because I started all the way back in probably about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I had a couple roommates, and I think I was watching. I worked from home, so I worked for a web hosting company. So I had to want to have something running in the background when I was working. So I found this one website called Own 3D. Now that's still around, but it's a lot different.
Right.
So Own 3D now designs like panels and overlays and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
But when it was at the time was actually a streaming platform, and I had no idea about Twitch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had no idea about Twitch at all. So I was like, Own 3D. I was like, all right, cool. And I was like, everybody was streaming League of Legends, so that's just what was happening.
Yeah.
Because League of Legends just like was only out for like a couple of years.
Right.
So I found that, and then one day, after a couple months, I just went there, and the site just was gone.
Oh.
The site was just gone, and they weren't quiet about any of it.
Really?
They said that we had a terrible marketing and payout plan and breakdown, and we're out of money.
Wow.
So then I did some research, and I go, all right, now where do I go? And they're like, oh, there's another place called twitch.tv. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let's go over there. So then I went over there and discovered that.
Yeah.
And after I discovered that, I'm like, okay, let me try streaming myself. My PC at the time was complete garbage. And it was an Athlon Phenom, which was AMD's like take on trying to keep up with multi-core. So it was like Athlon 2 Phenom. So what their main selling point was basically, you know what? This is a dual core, but if you put it on a certain motherboard, you have the possibility of getting up to two free cores.
Yeah.
So when you put it on that motherboard, you could get up to 4 cores, and you only paid for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of mine was dead, so I ended up getting a triple core for free.
Oh, okay.
So it comes with like 4 cores. They said you get it free, but it was already in there. They were just trying to like say like you get it free, just making you feel special.
Oh.
And I just tried streaming. It didn't work. I didn't have the hardware to do it. I think I was working with a 98, really, really old graphics card.
Gotcha.
And I ended up upgrading and trying it out. And then I just felt kind of weird because I had roommates. So I was almost like one of those things. If I would just kept going at the time, it was such an infant state. I think it was only on there because at the time, Justin.tv was still going.
Oh, I actually remember that.
Yeah, that was still going. But the reason why they went to Twitch was because so many people were streaming video games, and it was such a success on their site, they decided to make a whole nother site. And that basically took over, and that's why Justin.tv is gone. But Justin.tv was still going. That's how infinite it was. And I don't like the name drop, but there was like one streamer that he had maybe like 4,000 or 5,000 in his stream.
Yeah.
At that time, you needed about 500 to I think 750 average viewers just to get partner. Now it's like 75. It's like nothing.
Yeah.
It was hard. That's why Patreon came around. That's why all of that was happening. So anyways, at that time, and I was like, you know what? I could do this, but now that streamer's like 29,000 people every time he streams.
Ooh, man.
So I just felt weird. I felt really weird. I still remember the first person who followed my stream. I seen him a couple times, and that was like I streamed World of Warcraft. It didn't work, and it wasn't just good, so I didn't really stream it. And then I didn't stream for like I think a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
Then I ended up moving to North Carolina. I had a much better computer at the time. And I actually streamed for about 3 months then. And my first game, what was the first game I ever streamed? I think the first game I ever streamed when I was there was like Shadow of the Colossus.
Ooh.
My buddy was there, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be so great. Oh my God. I got up to like 4 people. I'm like, shit, man, this is awesome. And then just like sitting because I didn't have any chairs. So he's just sitting in one of those really like folding chairs.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's one of those that you pull right out of the bag and then you like open it up. It's blue. And he sat in it. But it was a good time. And I did it for like 3 months then. And then my girlfriend at the time, she came from New Jersey, didn't know that I did this. So I basically stopped because she left her family and didn't do that.
Okay.
All this kind of crap. So then I stopped for like 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
And then I didn't do anything. I would randomly show up. I played like one game of StarCraft, living in my aunt's attic. Not my aunt's, my cousin's attic.
Jesus.
You're like, hey, Mom, let's go. Yeah. Yeah, man. It was like, so I didn't do anything then. And then I moved to Albany, New York for a job. And I ended up starting up again, but then I stopped again. It's been on and off for almost like 5 or 6 years.
Oh, okay.
So that question should have been answered in about 5 or 6 seconds, but I turned it into about 10 minutes. So you're welcome.
Hey, I do not mind at all. To be honest, that's just great.
I tend to not shut up.
Oh, that's fine. That's completely fine. Just letting you know, and the viewers know, that sometimes since I'm doing this all from a work laptop, so sometimes it might stutter, which I will edit around those. So it'll be okay. It's just like I said, don't have a PC yet, but I will get one soon, and then this will be a lot easier.
No worries, you actually have a cool little like viewpoint.
I know, right?
Yeah, it looks actually really cool.
Oh, thanks.
Mine looks too generic. Yours looks kind of fun.
So, I remember when I was watching your stream last time, I think you were playing, it was playing one of the Pokemon games.
Yeah, one from every generation.
Yes.
Dude, I'm so Pokemon burnt out.
Oh, I know. Like, the thing is, like, I don't have a Switch either, but I've been wanting to play Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Pokemon Let's Go Eevee or the new...
I have Eevee.
Oh, you have Eevee?
Yeah, it sucks. I don't like it. And I got to like the ship right before you fight Misty.
Uh-huh.
And I remember I got Kadabra walking around with me because that's what I used when I first played it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't want to play it anymore.
Oh my god.
It's literally like, what else can we turn this one of our games into so we can make more money off of this? That's the only time I ever feel Game Freak thinks like that. Other than that, no. Other than that, all their stuff is pretty legit. Like, they don't do any DLC. They create, what is it? Excuse me. Dungeon, the Pokemon Dungeon.
Oh yeah, they did that.
That look, I saw another streamer playing it, and it looks like a lot of fun. It's like an RPG, which is kind of different. Like, what is it like?
It's a bit different.
Yeah, it's a bit different. I'm saying RPG, but yet Pokemon is still like kind of RPG.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, it's the same thing, so it really doesn't paint a good picture for the viewers.
But
totally didn't do anything. I mean, it's like itself. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because Pokemon technically is an RPG. I have a friend, Justin, who has every single Pokemon game, played them every one, and he's like, it's an RPG. And I have a friend also, Jonathan, who always somehow he likes to poke fun at him, saying it's not RPG, it's blah 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 blah. And they get into this whole argument. I'm just sitting there like,
whoa, I want to hear what he called it though.
Oh, he just called it.
Did he really say it's blah 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 blah, or did he really just?
No, I don't know what he called it. It's something. It wasn't RPG, but it made Justin somehow heated. And then they got into an argument about, oh, it's Pokemon's an RPG. No, it's, I forgot what he called it, but.
Then what would it be?
He kept calling it like an action adventure game, and I said, well,
what? No, action adventure would have like, you'd be moving, you'd be jumping through stuff. You're not jumping through anything, man. You're literally trying to level up your Pokemon, your characters or partners now that they call it.
Yeah, which is RPGs. That's RPG mechanics.
Which is RPG.
He just does it to just antagonize Justin, and it's, to me,
so he's not serious. Though.
No,
so
he trolls.
Like a legit argument.
He trolls, and I love the way he trolls Justin, because Justin's easy to anger, and it's so much fun to watch it. I don't like to cause it, but I like to hear it. It's weird.
Me neither. I'm too nice. I don't like, the only time that I ever do that is with like really close friends.
Oh yeah. I get that, because I remember this one time. This was like off track about it, but I remember watching. I think it was Huntman's stream one time a while ago. He had a clip of when you were playing Uno with him, and then he just screams "fuck."
You can hear in the background. It's like one of my highest viewed like clips. It's not crazy. It's like 30 to 40 or something like that. It's not crazy.
Hey, but still...
it's like one of my highest viewed ones. And he's just like, because it's so random.
Yeah.
I had like a weird upward angle type of thing, which was probably a good idea. I just stopped it. I legitimately stopped that angle in that game because one person said like, you got a weird angle. And me being a dumbass was like, oh, I should probably change it from this one person. Like, really? Like, come on, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was really good. A lot of people liked it. I think I was the highest viewership I ever had. I was playing like Jackbox like almost every single day. And I was up to like 50 like people at one time, and usually between 30 to 50 for like 2 weeks straight. And I was like, oh, let me change my angle. No, it was fine. And now I'm like, before when I started the Pokemon run, no camera. Then 2 weeks later, I got a green screen.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks later after that, now I'm doing this view. And then I'm almost thinking about going back to nothing again. Like, I don't even know, man. I just got to stick with something, pick a street, and go.
Like, yeah, I guess, like, remember, linear, just go with what you know. Like,
just go.
Because, like, I think my favorite like from what I've seen your streams, I think your green screen was really good, and also this angle is good too. So I think people would want to see, you know,
they want more stuff on the walls. People are like, I'll buy you stuff to put on your walls, but I'm like, I'm not going to the post office at times like this.
No.
I'm not gonna go set that up. That's a bad idea.
Oh yeah,
not a good look.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's why.
We'll wait on that. I have a couple people want to send me stuff. Like one guy wants to send me stuff just for my wall, and then somebody sent me something for Christmas, and I still don't have it yet.
Oh,
sorry, Mur.
Oh, so Mur sent you something?
Mur, she made something for me and a couple other streamers. She's very dedicated to a lot of streamers and stuff like that. She's modding like every channel I go in.
Oh wow.
Her and I are friends.
Right.
And like every channel I go in, she's a freaking mod, which I'm almost like, I want to go against the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you're not gonna be a mod in my channel, but she's just too nice, man. She's just too nice. I can't like unmod her, but she's always there all the time. I can't do that. I've unmodded a couple people, but
oh damn,
it doesn't say a lot. I don't have the traffic or the viewership to really need a mod, in all honesty.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
you'll get there though.
People that are mods in my channel, and I just don't know. It just looks really, in my opinion, it just makes me feel like it looks trashy. Not trashy, but very unprofessional when every person in your channel is talking is a mod.
Oh,
yeah. You know, see them once in a while. I know some channels have a lot of mods.
Yeah.
But like, if you have like just everything is that freaking ugly looking green with white sword in there, that green box, you're just like, really? Is that the only people that are in here?
Because you want to drive more traffic in and not just have your mods be there all the time, right?
Well, I mean, everybody should be thankful for what they have. Those people are taking time out of their day to watch.
Oh yeah.
Like literally, like that. Like a lot of people get too into the numbers. Like I know it can be a business and stuff like that, but for us small guys, very small guys, that one person in there, it just means so much. Because when you go into a channel and you're like talking to them, you feel super special. Like. Yeah. When I look at it from that perspective, it's totally different from when you're streaming compared to when you're a viewer. Like when you're a viewer, you feel super special. Like you're just saying things and they're responding to you like, oh my God, I feel so great.
Yeah.
And then when you're streaming, you feel it's a little different. I can't really put my finger on it or pinpoint what I'm saying, but I know that there's a difference that you feel.
Right.
It's hard to like say things and you try to keep up with everything. And that's like, I don't know where I'm going with this, but you hear what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm done.
Because trust me, I've been there. I've done that too. Like
you know what I'm saying? No, I guess I gotta include. I just talk my mouth off.
That's fine. So it's fine, totally. Because you're all the guests, and I always give the guests all the time they want to speak. But I remember when I streamed a while ago, and when there was just one person there. That was awesome. Then
dude, you like when you first have it, wasn't it? You're like, all right, let's talk about your first experience when you had that one viewer that changed from 0 to 1. Go.
Oh God. So let's see. I was on my Xbox One and I was playing. I think I was streaming Mass Effect 2 back then, and it was on Mixer, and there was just 0 the entire time. I'm like, okay, this is fine. I'm just talking still, like I'm talking to that someone's there potentially, and then I'm playing the game, and then I'm at the ending, right, and then all of a sudden a message pops up saying, "Oh my God, I love this part." I looked over, I'm like, "Oh my God, hi, how are you?"
What is that?
Yeah.
What am I saying? Hey, bro.
Yeah. I look over and I'm like, hi. I was like, hi. Read the
You
name.
just feel weird. Don't
Yeah.
You? You're like, but if you see it, like, you see how this is happening now, like you and I, like this is pretty easy.
Yeah.
But when you see the person, when you're watching the other person, the video, it's just like you feel different when they like, because now when you try to respond, you got to respond like you're looking at them like this.
Yeah.
But you forget that sometimes. And it just looks like text. You're just some person like like a tech support live chat. You know what I'm saying?
I actually do know what you're saying with that, because there have been times where my some of my viewers sometimes they're being sarcastic, but I can't really tell because it's text. So
it's hard, man.
They would say, "Oh, your stream is lagging," and I would look over at my phone and my laptop, and I would see that it's running fine. And I'm like, I look at the camera like for a deadpan for 5 seconds, and then they go, "Just kidding, dude, just kidding." I'm like, I can't tell, it's text.
Yeah, why you do that, man? I got so many, like, if there was a couple more people to like support your theory,
Yeah.
you really have nothing to go on. And then you're like, I gotta make sure this one person is taken care of. And that's kind of how I try to do my stream. But I just like when I play like really intense games that need a lot of attention, I feel bad. So that's why RPGs are the thing that I like to play the most.
Yeah.
Because then I can talk to people more.
Oh, I totally get you, because like if I'm playing like, because I'm not really much of a multiplayer kind of dude, because that requires so much focus. I get really anxious because if I falter one bit, all my teammates are gonna message me saying, "You're
and
trash."
You're like, oh, this person's gonna leave. And you're
Yeah,
like, oh, crap.
I'm like, oh God, and then usually for all the time I stream single player games, because one, I love storytelling, so I love single player games for that, and second, I don't know. It's easier to interact with chat, first of all, when you do that, and then second, it's just, I don't know, some people in the day and age love a good story. So
yeah, how long do you stream? When do you stream? All that kind of stuff.
Right now I don't do anything yet, but back then when I was at Huntman's house, it would be like if I stayed at his house for a week, I would stream like 3 times that week. It would be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at like.
Or how long?
I would start at 1 p.m. my time PST, and then I would probably end it like at 7. Because like I remember playing Star Wars: Old Republic MMO when I was at his house, but I started at 9 p.m. because I was bored and I wanted to stream again. Started at 9, and I didn't end until like 4 in the morning because I was like getting really into it. I'm like, oh my God, this is fun. And that was
the same thing. I was playing. Didn't mean to interrupt you, but
oh, you're fine.
I've been playing Kakarot. But
oh
I'm at a point
yeah.
That, like, so I've started to see like a change. Like when stuff's really happening, like there's a lot of people in there. Like when you're at the end of if you're at the end of the game, you're at a real important battle or something like that. People love that. It's like some kind of hype. It's like a hype drug.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's like crazy. But today, I was literally doing some of the post-game stuff. No one, 0, not 0, but not many at all. I'm literally sitting there trying to figure out some kind of like grid on here for like 20 minutes. Gone. Nobody wants to watch that, man.
Oh, so you already beat the game?
It's like it's different. Yeah. That's what I've started to notice.
Okay. Because so you've beaten the game already then?
Yeah, I beat it. Yeah, I beat it. I beat the story.
Okay.
I don't know what really beat the game. This one is. It doesn't seem to really have a full end. From what I've had, and it's not a spoiler, but the levels that you have when you beat the story mode are only about 30 to 40% of max level.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very, very low, and you still have a lot of like post-game stuff to do, and you can get the levels all the way up. So I honestly don't know where it stops. I'm still playing it.
Like when
I still did 7 hours just side stuff. So.
Oh yeah, because right now they added the time machine, so you can go back in time if you missed any side stuff, and you can go back to like Saiyan
I didn't
Saga.
know that. Thanks for spoiling it.
Oh, whoop.
God dang it, man.
I'm sorry. It was an update.
What
See, but there are some things you can do that are. I know you did. Damn it.
I said jump for it, man. It was my own doing. I like legitimately started talking about the post game, and you were talking about the post game, and I set you up for failure. It's my bad.
Damn it. Damn it, Mom. But have you fought any of the villainous enemies yet?
Oh yeah, I jack them up the best I can. My thing now I'm trying to do, like, cause the game, the Kakarot game is good, and the thing is though, the fighting can turn into during the boss fights can turn into the Tenkaichi. Like the old online play, or like one of my old favorites is Burst Limit. Oh, God, I love that game.
Where's the second one, huh? I want a second Burst Limit.
Oh my God, me too. My cousin and I still play it. We still try to play it when I go over to his place. But at the time when I did play it for like maybe a week or two, I was ranked 6th in the U.S.
Whoa.
That's before all like the pro
fighters stuff.
Fight stick people got into it and stuff like that. The one time I raged on it, Burst Limit, like I was ranked 6th, and there was always like weak points. People would always like jump back, charge up, shoot, jump back, charge, and that's what the Tenkaichi games kind of turned into. I only played the first one, and I said I don't like this style. I like Budokai 3, the first Budokai. Budokai 3 was great, even though a lot of people don't like Super Saiyan 4.
I actually love Super Saiyan 4.
Not nobody likes, but it's not part of the canon.
Oh, yeah.
So supposedly that's not real, but Super Saiyan 4 looks awesome, and
oh yeah, definitely.
Let's be honest, Vegeta's Super Saiyan 4 looks way better than Goku's.
I agree.
I agree. Totally. I mean, he's wearing jeans.
I know, right? He's wearing jeans. He just, I don't know, Vegeta just looks better.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So, and then in Budokai 3, you could get to that. And what it did, if you actually got hit by their, his 10 times Final Shine is what it was called, which was pretty cool. It was actually a decent name. Yeah. Final Shine. You would actually get tired. The opponent would actually get tired if they got hit by it. But your energy would just drain like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So, you remember that?
Yes.
It was nuts. I always played Goku, and my buddy always played Broly. Ooh. And we always called Broly a gas hog because his teleports were twice as much key compared to everybody else's. So anyway, I don't like Tenkaichi at all. I want to go back to Budokai 3 or Burst Limit. And what I'm doing now is I'm trying to get the highest combo. And what I just did figure out was that you can keep the combos going, and as the combos increase, you do more damage. Yeah. So instead of just like backing up and then people charge, and I've seen a couple people do it that I watch them play. They back up, charge, blast, dodge, back up, charge, big beam. And I'm trying to basically make the game a little bit more fun and more higher combos like the real show. Right. That's kind of how I'm just trying to do that now. So that was my main goal. The highest I got up to, I think it was 256 was the combo.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I tried to keep going as long as possible. The boss fights kind of force you to be like Tenkaichi, but you know, it's got its thing. At first I was at 8 out of 10. I'd lowered it to a little bit 7 out of 10 because it was just the fights they just make you turn into that, and it's kind of a cheap game. Kakarot? Yeah, it's a cheap mechanic, the way that you have to do it like that, but sometimes you're just like, fine, do it like that then. You just back up and you blast them.
Yeah, like when I was playing it, it was, I think I was, because I did the Frieza thing. I was like, oh, that was fun. Then I went to Cell, and I'm like, okay, this is almost the same thing. He's just using different attacks, but it's the same strategy as fighting Frieza. Then I fought Kid Buu. It was a little bit different, but the mechanics were still kind of the same. You just dodge when they turn red so they don't stun you, and then they go into their almost unblockable attack. You gotta try to figure out how to dodge. Like, okay.
What I figured out with that was just mostly dodging out.
Yeah.
And then I would dodge back, or no, I would dodge out, so I was out of their range, and you can still hit them with the key attacks, which keeps the combo going. Then you can go back in, but they have such a lower threshold of combos.
Mm-hmm.
So most people like smash the attack button, which it queues up your hits.
Yeah.
So what happens if you hit it like 3 times, it's already in there. But they have that ending where you can push one of the other like X or Y, and that actually would either like blow them away, which actually what I figured out was Y blew them away. It would push them away, but it actually would fill up about a quarter of your key gauge.
Yeah.
So you technically didn't have to jump back and charge back up. So you could do that, and then you just keep hitting the key balls, and it actually continues the combo.
Because I
got up to 256, but
I figured about that too. Because there was a point where it was before I learned how to do that. I just randomly did it, and I just somehow had key. And then after that, I fought Frieza, and I did the same thing. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh. So I just charged, but I blew them away with energy. That's interesting. And then I just kept doing it over and over, and and then I started doing little tactics of usually I go in, rush attack, and then I hit them with a key blast, but I don't keep hitting them. I chase them and I keep the attack going.
yeah, as long as you get. And what happens, I guess, I don't know if it's a move or it's some kind of thing on your skill tree that you can unlock. I think there was something on your skill tree. As your combos go up, they increase your damage.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if it's like that from the beginning, but I think it's just an increase in percentage.
I think it's probably percentage.
But as you're, what's that?
I think it's probably percentage. I think.
Well, yeah, it looked like as the combos went up, you would increase the damage, and you just keep going, and that percentage is almost like multiplied on top of your transformation if you use that. And I thought I saw it sometime that you could actually get full key and then charge and then basically get your life back as you have full key. So it means I was trying to figure out Kaioken full key at all times, so you could just stay in Kaioken and never be out of mana, or not mana. It's mana, damn it! It is mana.
JRPGs.
It's blue, and it's not the green from the health. It's mana. It's mana.
Because to be honest,
that's just me messing up and then trying to defend my mess up.
Yes.
Really what it was.
And you did it okay.
No, I got aggressive. I got totally
oh, I know
aggressive.
you did. How dare you?
In a nice way. In a nice way. I'm like,
yeah, in a nice way. But because I see in the background the Ultra Instinct Goku statue, which is amazing still.
yeah, it's kind of out of focus.
It's okay. So I know you play fighters on PS4, right?
No, I don't.
Oh, no?
I did at the time. I thought I was good, but actually I really suck. So I do have a fight stick, and I actually did when I worked at the data center I was at. I had a fight stick, and I took like a whole week off so I could play Dragon Ball Fighters. I was up till late at night. Girlfriend was pissed.
Oh my
everything.
God.
She was just like, seriously? And I got that, and I did good for a little while, but as soon as people started to figure out you could chain combo somebody until you're dead, that's when I don't like the game anymore. That's why I like to play those games when they come out like for the first couple days, because you have a chance to actually have some fun. And then once the good people, you're like, you're out. I mean, just because I suck, I mean, that's basically somebody that sucks says. Get good, bro.
Trust me, I suck too, and I use a freaking Xbox controller.
But you see the Xbox controllers. There's a lot of bright light coming in. Hold on, let me close my blinds.
All right, go ahead.
I know, buddy. You're sunbathing. I know.
Cats love the sunbathe.
Yeah, he's sunbathing, man. But now he's like, what the? He's upset. What was I saying?
You talking about the Xbox controller?
Oh yeah, dude. I have like 10-second Tom memory.
Trust me,
It's so
I
bad.
do too. I have short-term memory, so if someone says something, I will immediately forget 5 seconds
Dude,
after.
names are the worst. I can't remember names. You're like, hey, my name's Sarah. Cool. And then like 3 minutes later, what was her name again? I have literally no idea what her name was. I went
Same.
through repetition. Oh god.
I understand.
So no, I see that actually controllers are coming up. Like people that are the pro fighters.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it fighters? Is that what they
Yeah,
call it?
pro fighters, yeah.
Pro gamer, pro fighter gamer, something like that. A lot of them use controllers. I know Knuckle Dude does. I think there's a couple other ones. I know Knuckle Dude is one of the main ones I know that uses those.
Mm.
So it's coming up, so it's no big deal.
Oh, okay. So let's see. So I see you also have a Switch back there. I know you have Pokemon Let's Go Eevee that you just like, screw it. So
Basically, sucks. I know. Most people are like, "Oh my god, it's so great!" No, it is legitimately Pokemon Go on your Switch.
That's what it is, actually, to be honest. Like, I remember when I had Pokemon Go on my phone. I liked it for a little bit, but then it kind of got, I don't know why. I got bored. I don't know. It just happened. But are there any?
Go?
Yeah, there's Pokemon Go on phones. Yeah.
Dude, with Pokemon Go, when it first came out, I thought it was the coolest thing. Everybody.
Oh
did.
yeah, I did too.
But then I found myself in this person's, like, back of their house in their garage trying to catch a Nidorino. So I'm like, you know what? This is a problem. This is a gateway to like worse things that are gonna happen. I go, I'm done. Because people are like driving down the road going like this.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I can't do it.
I think
can't do
that's
that.
why they made Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. So that does not happen.
God, people were crazy. Remember that one guy that jumped out of his car in Japan?
I heard about
Pikachu?
that. Yeah.
Oh, what a dumbass.
Like, if it was a Pikachu, I wouldn't do it. If it was anything, I wouldn't do it. I would just wait till one spawns in my area.
No, it was stupid, man. It didn't really mean anything, too. And I remember walking down the street. I was walking to some kind of Pokestop, and as I was walking over this bridge, and I was like, I had my phone in my hand, just going like this, and all of a sudden out of this car, Pokemon Go, yeah! Are you on Team Blue? And I was like, no, I'm yellow. I hate you. I was like, I hate you too. It was like somebody didn't even know.
What?
Man, I don't like the word hate, but he hate me, so I guess that's cool.
If someone said that to me on the random side of the street, I was just
aggressive,
like,
man, over
yes.
Pokemon Go.
Seriously?
And then the next day, I went to work, and it was, I think, 5 days after that it came out, my manager at the time, he goes, hey, Mom, come here, take a look at this. So I looked at it. He had it hooked up to his MacBook.
Yeah.
And then his iPhone was hooked up to his MacBook, and I think my voice just cracked. I think I just hit puberty. And he just and he's like, watch this. He's like, I'm in New York City.
What?
That was when. Yeah, you didn't know about that? They can do that now. What happened was that was before they created the small little movement bubble that they have.
Oh.
So you could technically change the coordinates of your phone inside your MacBook. It was almost like a text editor on your MacBook, and it was very simple. And he was in there, and New York City had like all the high-end stuff, like Magmar, like Gyarados.
Holy
they had
crap.
everything. Yeah, they had all the good stuff. Where like around here, you get what? Fucking oddish. Like, come on, man! I want a Magmar. So he did that, and I think it was maybe two to 3 weeks after it came out. The people knew that they were doing that.
Yeah.
So what they created was this bubble that follows you at a certain rate.
Oh.
So
okay.
it actually follows your movement. So if all of a sudden you teleport all the way over, say like you're here in New York, and all of a sudden you teleport over to Paris, like the bubble's supposed to travel with you. So if all of a sudden you're here and here's your bubble, all of a sudden you're in Paris and your bubble's back here, and the game's like, nope, you're not here, you're cheating, and it doesn't allow you to do that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Wow.
Yeah, that shit's crazy, man. People found out
wow.
any way to cheat. I mean, I don't know if that's really cheating. Maybe the people who live in the city are cheating compared to people in the rural area.
I think because,
I mean, it's not really cheating, but they have more benefit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna travel to like frickin' Arkansas just so I can catch some goddamn like Growlithe that lives in the plains.
Oh, I
like,
get
I'm not
you.
gonna go out there.
Oh, I totally get you on that.
What? Did they have one that was like in Antarctica or in the Arctic? There
Oh,
was one
I remember that.
Articuno
Yes,
or something like
there
that.
was an Articuno, and there was something else out there, but it was only there, and people were trying to VPN that they can get there. I'm like, what?
I'm not doing that. They really think people are gonna like catch a whole? Could you imagine that if people were on the plane to like the Arctic, like Greenland or something like that?
Yeah.
They're all the way up to the top. That's the Arctic, right? The
Yeah.
Arctic's north, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, Arctic north. So and a schooling to its top finest.
Yep.
So imagine people on a flight and they're like, "Hey, what are you going here?" They're like, "We have saved up for 5 years to go on this trip. We are so excited. We're gonna see the dog sleds. We're gonna see this." And they're like, "What are you going for there, Carl?" And yeah, I'm gonna go catch an Articuno. And you're like, "What? What is that? Is that like some kind of like bird or something?" You could say that. It's a bird.
You
And
can say that.
It's for my Pokemon Go.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine that? You just be like, it's like thousands of dollars just to catch one little.
I
what
would.
is it, virtual character.
Yeah, I would just.
That would be insane.
Oh my god, I had just given like the most deadpan stare and just said, bro.
I'd be like, "You're an idiot, man. You're an idiot. Get off the plane."
Yeah,
Like,
seriously.
this dude's dead. This dude is dead. I hope he's in the middle of just Greenland trying to find this thing. Oh, I don't got no signal. They're like,
Oh Jesus.
why can't I see anything? And you're like,
I would be just like you, sipping on my coffee and not worrying about what the hell he's doing. Cause fuck that.
nah.
So,
My girlfriend's gone.
oh, okay.
She hears us. She hears us talking. But I will close the door because we're doing a podcast.
All right.
I shut her out of my life.
Hope not.
What's that? What?
It's like, you shut me out of what?
This is the no girl zone. What do they call it? Like, what
No
do they call
girls
it in the,
allowed.
Little Rascals. They call it like
Oh fuck.
He-Man woman haters.
Yeah, there you go.
He-Man woman hater room.
He-Man woman hater.
He-Man woman hater.
Oh Jesus. Because like, are there any games coming out this year you're looking forward to playing?
I have no freaking idea. If Humble Bundle would stop giving me free games, maybe I would look elsewhere. But you know
Very
what
true.
sucks? No, you don't know what sucks, but I'll tell you what sucks. But anyways, I hate people who use filler words. You know what I'm saying? No, that's why I'm listening to you. That's the point. You're like, no, I don't know. And they use filler words because they're waiting for their brain to catch up to their story.
Right.
So, what sucks is I buy games, they're on sale. I swear to God, it's some kind of like Steam and Humble Bundle conspiracy. They're coming together to take our money even more than what it is. So, I'll buy a game. Talked about this today in the stream. Gravekeeper, I think is what it's called.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Gravekeeper. Excuse me again. Coffee. And then
You're good.
I bought it for like $10. Like, cool, great, it's gonna be great. Then I bought another game that I wanted, and then all of a sudden, Humble Bundle comes out the next month. Oh, look what comes with your Humble Bundle, Gravekeeper. And I go, and Shadow of War, because I spent $60 on that 3 months beforehand. And I go, and that game got boring fast. They call that this stream killer or something like that.
Shadow of War.
Really boring. Oh, it's boring to watch. It's so bad to watch. Unless you saw when it first came out, it's terrible.
I
It's
played
fun
it.
not if you play it by yourself.
Oh yeah, I've beaten the game. It's fun. And I watched people stream it when it came out, but now no one's.
Oh yeah, now it's boring.
Now no one's playing it because there's no more content. First of all, and second, people just want to see people play the new games, not Shadow of War, because that game is now old.
Yeah. I try to a guy that I really look up to. He's been around for a long time, and he's an older guy. Like he's an older dude. He's an OG. But he has what I've noticed he does a lot is he gets a game that came out like between 1 to 3 months. Yeah. And he'll always play it after that came out, and that's how he's kind of made his channel.
No, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, he's I'm not gonna say his name, never mind. But he's always done that. So, but this is dead. Like the games are dying much faster than they used to.
Right. Because like everyone's looking forward now to Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is coming out, I think, in 9.
Flies on shit, basically, is what's gonna happen. Oh my god, all the high-end streamers are streaming this. I should probably stream it too. And then all of a sudden, they're like 19 pages. Well, there's no pages anymore, so it's just like way down there. It's like, what is it? We'll just call it like a scroll reload. It's like 30 scroll reloads down, which is probably what? How many do they fit on page? Like 5 across, and then there's like 5 rows, probably like 25.
You can fit like 25 to 30 people on one, yeah.
Oh my god, at the same time. Like if you're not top, like, so I hit puberty again. I like revert. I went Benjamin Button and I came back. So then like, so then it like went across, and if you were in the top 2, it didn't really matter.
Oh yeah, because like the thing
now
is,
people are actually scrolling down because like some kind of movement got out that like, if you have less viewers, they're gonna it's a lot better content or something like that. Everybody has their thing,
right?
And there's only like 28 billion streamers now.
Yeah, so there's not much competition, not at all.
Not at all.
Because like for like people like us that are small streamers, it's kind of hard to get up there, but it's fine though, because at least when we're doing that, we're still enjoying what we're doing.
Yeah, it can be done. It's a lot harder. You can't do it like you did the old school.
Right.
I remember this one guy. I don't know where he went, and I hope he came back. I only saw him a couple times. His name was Mufasa Prime or something like that.
Oh.
His name was something like that, and I don't remember what happened to him. I just from what I heard through the grapevine, if that's even a saying anymore, what I heard through the internet, whatever, is that internet forums. And he just didn't move with the times.
Right.
He didn't like upgrade his system. He didn't aim to upgrade his quality or anything like that. He just like kind of died out.
Right.
I've seen a couple people like that did that as well. But it's harder to do it because you can't do it like you used to because the bar is set so much higher.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many people now. Like everybody and their mom and their grandma and their great grandma are streaming now.
Yeah, especially with what's happening now, everyone has no choice but to stream because that's what they like to do. And now, since they have no choice that they can't go outside, they say, okay, streaming time. And then it's like the big streamers, and then when you want to do something, now you can't because they're all going to gravitate towards that certain streamer at that point.
Yeah, there's also, it goes hand in hand. Somebody did say this the other day, that yes, there's a lot more streamers, but there's also a lot more viewers.
Because they're also at home and they can watch streams, yeah.
Yeah, they can. But I think it goes hand in hand, but a lot of people are looking. I think it's actually more streamers than it is viewers because a lot more people are looking for Twitch as a substitute income.
Oh, right.
Which means now you've got everybody, sucking the Twitch teat. So everybody wants a piece of that booby, and there's only so much booby to go around.
Well, I found the title of the podcast, Twitch Has Boobies.
The booby.
Or Twitch.
Do not suckle the booby.
Do not suckle the booby. Twitch has tits. Oh, that's cool. That's definitely going to be the title now.
That's pretty much it. But everybody's trying to get a piece of it now, and it's basically, I remember the change before Amazon announced that they were buying Twitch.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Freaking shit, dude. It was ridiculous. First off, the people that were already established, they got so much more from Twitch Prime. They literally tripled from Twitch Prime.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did do that.
Yeah, when I was there a couple years beforehand, as soon as I saw it, I go, oh, here come the flies on shit. Here they come. And that's exactly what, I shouldn't say it like that. People are making a really good living. That's like a jealousy statement. You know what? That's a jealousy statement. I retract that statement. But it was everybody wanted a piece now.
Right.
And it just blew up. It just went. I knew as soon as they would announce it, I go, oh my god, people are going to be like, I can make money by like just opening up my camera and then playing games. I'm there. That's what happened.
That's true.
And it also sucked because that was right after. That was like I think a year or two after YouTube changed its algorithm about how much they were going to pay people out. So people were actually coming over to Twitch, which I knew a couple people did do that.
Right.
There's a couple streamers I watched. They're still established to this day. But they were like, we just came over from YouTube, and they already had a established audience. And so when they came over from there, they were there. And then 2 years later, then boom, Amazon announces. Now it's worldwide news. Everybody and their mom, grandma, uncle, aunt, cousin, third cousin, married to their brother, sister, they all came on there.
Jesus Christ.
Everybody was on it. So if you relate to the game, which we are, you know,
yeah,
we get the crumbs.
Which kind of
you can
sucks.
still make it. You just have to be different because there's everything out there now.
Yeah.
There's somebody that I remember, the Dr. Disrespect. He's amazing. He's an amazing entertainer. The guy can entertain almost anything.
Yeah.
Then everybody tried to copy that formula. Like, you can't do that. Like, yeah, you can ride his coattails for so long, but people are just going to call you Dr. Disrespect, like wannabe, hack, etc.
Yeah.
You can come up with something different, but how much more different is there now? What kind of different can you have?
I have also made that argument that people, when they stream, they try to act like themselves, but then all of a sudden they're always compared to someone else that's streaming that's just like that. I'm like, then what can you do? Like, if I act like myself, and then they say, "Oh, you're acting just like this guy," like, how? That's how I act.
That's cool. There's I think there's 8 billion people in this world now. So
yeah,
I'm bound to have a similarity to somebody. Like,
I know, really.
It's like, oh my God, can you believe it? We have the same birthday. You're like, you want to do the math here? 365 days, 8 billion people.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have the same birthday as like thousands of other people, probably millions.
That's very true, because it's like people just, I don't know, sometimes people are sometimes are narrow-minded, and it's kind of annoying at points.
They're on the internet. You can be whoever you want to be on the internet to a point. I know there's laws that protect that, but they can almost do whatever they want. That's why people come in and troll you and whatnot. But
yeah,
as I'm experiencing certain situations, it's coming with experience.
Right.
So you figure out what works, what's not going to work. It's literally about human psychology. I have started to figure out that it's a lot of based on human psychology. Like, what do people like to see? What's their attention span? How's your sound? Does your sound do something for them? And then your video. It's a whole lot of crap, man. No perfect formula is going to work.
Right.
And yes, a little bit of luck.
That's also true. Sometimes luck is also has something to do with someone's success, because you can be at the right place at the right time, and then all of a sudden,
a lot of people that started streaming from kind of the beginning, they did it. I mean, who's one of the biggest gaming YouTube people?
That's true.
Who's one of the biggest guys?
Well, PewDiePie, of course.
He was one of the first one that did it. And now everybody else tried to copy it, and what'd they do? You know, you get a little bit of breadcrumbs, you get a little bit of, you know, here you go. But he did it first. You've got to be, even Mark Cuban said it. He said that everything is about timing. You have to anticipate the market. It's all about timing. Right.
Because I have always liked PewDiePie. I never tried to copy him.
I've never seen one of his videos. I've heard a lot about him, but it doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't strike my fancy to want when you go search him out.
Ah, it's fine. It's fine.
I guess. I don't know.
Like, I watched him back in the day. I don't watch him that much now, but back in the day, it was like every day I watched a video of his, because back then he did the gaming thing. He still does it now, but to like a higher quality. But back then it was like it had like a okay webcam, and then he had the game on.
Yeah, you could do whatever you want back then. It didn't matter.
Yeah, and you
could have the crappiest quality, as long as you have decent content, you were fine. You could do the same thing here with Twitch, but now, I don't know if this is true, but I feel like sometimes people are a lot more judgmental what they have, because the bar's been raised so much higher. Like, why would I watch you with your 480p when I can go watch somebody else with 1080p playing almost the same game? You kind of got to go with the market, with the times, or however you want to say it.
Yeah, because there's this.
But you can still have really good content. Look at Gold. He didn't do shit. He literally put a gif of a brontosaurus anytime any alert came up, and that was it. The guy just knew how to entertain, or there was something about him. There's always something about somebody that they want to stay there.
And that's also a good thing, because what I was going to ask you next is, this is for the viewers out there. What could they expect from a Mopbucket live stream on Twitch?
Trash. Not very good at all. It was weird.
Honesty.
I actually did see. Yeah, that's what you got. You want it? Fine. What I've seen was it was very cool when I was having just a bad day. You know, I was just down on myself. It's like, because Twitch does actually hit on your self-esteem. It does, and you're just like, nobody wants this. You're like, I'm not entertaining. Sometimes it really gets you. Sometimes it gets you down. Basically, it's what you got to think about, the statement from like Rocky Balboa.
Right.
He's like, you know, life's gonna hit the hardest. You know, you just got to get up and keep going.
Right.
And you're like, if you just let it get you down, you're not gonna make it. So one day I was like, fine, whatever. I shut my stream off, then turned it back on and stuff like that. And then I actually put like, do not click this stream. It's super boring. Don't even click. And I got like 10 followers just from that.
I remember one time.
Like that was the best clickbait ever. And then they come in and then they're like really nice. You're like, this isn't a bad stream. This isn't bad. This isn't boring. I go, you're a liar. Which also creates a decent kind of conversation, not a confrontation, but a moment, situation. It creates a situation that now you can play off of.
Right.
So that was actually kind of fun too. I don't know. I just got a lot of energy, and I just do what I can. I mean, that's basically it. I'm not gonna like go crazy and like promote, because I don't know what each stream has. It may change over the time. But
right. Yeah.
I just like it. I have a lot of fun. We don't have a toxic environment in our community,
which is good, because because I'm also on that, so it's good.
I don't like a lot of swearing. Once in a while, because we used to play Jackbox a lot, and I like when we would play like Quiplash or anything like that. You can swear to an extent, not just swearing to swear. It don't sound like you just learned the swear word, and now you're just using it to swear because you feel like, I'm an adult now. I can swear because I'm an adult. Like, make it funny. Make the punchline good.
Right.
Just make it nice. That's where we are. And when I do things in my chat, yeah, you can have a little swear here and there, but a swear? What am I? Fucking 50 years old? You can have a swear.
Like you can do it, but
that sounded so old. I don't even have any kids, man, and that sounded so old.
Are you sure about that?
Cats though, but that does not count.
Are you sure about not having kids? Because cats too count.
No, they don't.
Ugh.
They're dead after like 10 years? They're
Morbid.
just like gone. You're like, just buy another one. But anyways, I don't like the toxicity, like that. Once in a while, like, you know, we bust on each other a couple times, you know, here and there. You know, we'll poke fun at each other, just have a good time. But you know, I don't like a lot of swearing. It just doesn't sound good.
Like, in my opinion, when someone excessively swears too much, it seems childish.
It does. It's got to be at the right moment. You can't be like, like every other word is a swear word.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of streamers that do swear, and it sounds great. It even sounds really funny. Like, what the shit, man? Like, what?
Yeah.
What the? And they swear. But there's other people who just swear. Like every 2 words is a swear word. That just, I don't know. Maybe that just doesn't sit with me. Some people like it. Maybe some people do, but
yeah,
something like that.
Like for me,
I'm not very good at promoting myself, man. Like what the fuck, man? What the?
See?
In a spot like that, I didn't have anything available. It's just like, hey, I'm gonna ask you about your stream. You tell me something really good about it. I could have prepped something.
Could have wrote down like a little booklet, and then you could have told me later on.
Good.
Oh shit! So, where can they find you?
I mean, I'm not giving out my address.
Well, where can they find you streaming?
Oh my god, man! My name's Mopbucket. What do you want?
That's fine. I'm gonna link your.
Put it down in the not the comments. Put it down in the description.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put your links in the description.
Nah, it's basically the usual thing. Mopbucket with 2 Ks. basically that's it, because somebody stole the original one. So I was like, it's the only thing I came up with.
Oh, okay.
And that's all I had at the time. So, and then I got Twitter. We're just starting a YouTube channel with a Nuzlocke randomizer for Pokemon Black 2.
Nice.
I'm thinking, I'm trying my hand at the YouTube. I listened to this one guy. He's like, you got to diversify everywhere. I mean, he didn't say it like that, but it sounds better when I add a voice to it. So he's like, you got to hit every angle, every market. You got to have Twitter. You got to have this. I'm like, all right, I'll tweet, whatever you want. I did that, and then I tried the YouTube, and a lot of people actually seem to like it. I mean, there's only like we only got 3 episodes out right now, but I already have the 4th one done, and we'll be working on all the rest of them and stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out more. YouTube actually is really nice. It's kind of different. It's like this, but it's when you're streaming, it's different. But when you're like talking to yourself, I'm okay with it. I don't even leave my apartment, man. Talking to myself is my best friend. It's the best conversation I had.
Oh my god.
It's so good. Like I can argue with myself and be like, listen, I'm not talking to you anymore. And then you're not talking to the person anymore.
He's got
you can shut the other one up.
Oh god, schizophrenia at its finest.
That's not schizophrenia.
I don't know. Is it?
Is it schizophrenia is when you hear voices?
Oh yeah.
Multiple personality.
There you go. Multiple personality. Split.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Oh,
that was good.
God, dude. But then he did the Glass movie, and that kind of like the Split movie was fantastic.
Split was amazing. I did see Glass. I did see Glass, and I don't know. I just didn't know about. I just didn't know how to feel at that point because I was obviously I'm comparing it.
Didn't know how to feel.
Because
you okay?
No, I wasn't okay because it was like.
Did it hit you hard?
It was like Star Wars. It just disappointed me over and over and over again.
Oh my god!
But like they had a great hit with Split, and then
because of James McAvoy.
Oh yeah, he's a fantastic actor.
I mean, come on, man. He was amazing. I guess he came up with all of that in 2 weeks.
Did he?
Yeah, he came up with it all in like 2 weeks. He didn't even know how he was gonna act like the small boy.
Oh,
he didn't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he just came up with it, I think, on the spot. He's amazing, man.
It was effective too, and plus, like, you need to be a great actor if you want to do like multiple personalities like that, and all make them
good on that. Who else did it? I mean, a lot of people thought. I think my mom was just like, "This guy's crazy. How do you do that?" Me, myself, and Irene with Jim Carrey.
Oh, that was so good,
dude. You legitimately thought there was multiple people in his head, like they were like taking over his body, like. That was ridiculous. That talent is unbelievable.
I think my favorite thing about Me, Myself, Irene, I think this is the movie. I think he saw that kid. He was like, "Will you see that fucker?"
Yeah. He's just like,
"What you looking at for eyes?"
By the way, the finish down here. He takes that kid's ice cream.
Oh yeah.
So I turned around, looked at the kid, and he's like, "What are you looking at?" He's like, between me and the kid.
Oh yeah, we're talking to his dad.
Yeah, like he points at the dad. Yeah, that movie was great. Still is.
Oh, I know. It still holds up, and I love that.
Man. And then they shoot the cow over and over again. He goes, "Thing's lucky to be alive." You're like, you knew it was gonna still be alive somehow.
I bet if that movie came out now, people will be, "The cow did the PETA." I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, people are such snowflakes nowadays.
Yeah.
But the thing is, people are trying to be like famous from that.
Yeah.
They're not like they call them like professionally offended.
Yeah.
Like professional. What is it called? You trying to be a professional. Yeah, like being offended all the time, and then they just go online so they can get more views and whatnot like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand if people can be that offended. Like it's ridiculous. They just do it because they think all these things are gonna like protect them, but. So one of these times you're gonna say the wrong thing and somebody's just gonna it's not gonna be good.
And because sometimes it does happen, and then that's it. Career is gone.
It's not nice. I just like I just think a lot of people are too sensitive, just way too sensitive, too PC.
Yes.
I mean, even I'm like, I know. I think you can swear here and there. You can kind of like I think a better thing for it was comedians.
Yes.
A couple of them said this. I think a couple of some of my favorite comedians like they tell jokes, and what people do is instead of like this is just supposed to be for entertainment, it's supposed to be funny, but then if people take it, they apply it to their life situation. Like the comedian must obviously know their life situation, even though they've never met him before. He has offended me. Like, he's just trying to be funny. And that's what people do, is when people just say things, they're not saying them, majority of people aren't saying them for hate.
Right.
They're just saying them to like either be funny or something like that. It's just like a lot of people don't find a lot of things funny nowadays. Everybody's just like, how can I turn this into a professional attack and then be famous from it?
And I hate it. It happens so often nowadays, and it's
there's
just
some offensive things, but
oh yeah,
the majority of them aren't.
usually when people see it from comedians, I'm like, well, it's their job to be. They're just trying to be funny. They're just trying to entertain. They're not saying it to attack you. They're just saying it just to make a joke out of it. It's nothing.
It's
personal.
their job. They're
Yeah.
trying to be entertaining. Now, when they get angry, like some comedians, and just start saying like weird slurs that obviously is derogatory, that's much different.
Yes, there you
But
go.
to the point of where like certain jokes of like, I remember this one joke about a cat, and lady's like, "That's not nice to do to your cat." He goes, "It's a freaking joke." He's like, "It's not even real." He's like, "Well, what's your problem?" Like. So then he had to actually cancel the joke out. He actually had to take it out of his thing. Like, people go, they pay money to go and like laugh, but only laugh at what they would want to be funny.
Oh, and that just gets.
This is getting really bad really fast. We should probably go to something lighter. We should probably go to something like, "Hey, what do you do? What do you stream? Do you like? What do you do in your off time?"
Oh God,
Sir.
sir. Oh, I had a few more things. So
It's a long cast, man.
it's fine with me though. Well, it depends on if you're okay with it.
It's okay, man. It's not offensive yet, but it probably could be in about 25 minutes because you're not aware of my time schedule, and that's schedule shaming, and I don't appreciate it.
For fuck's sake, schedule. I have never heard of that.
That is schedule shaming and then some time shaming, and I'm trying to get a law passed so people can't do that.
I figured out a new title for the podcast.
Dude, you've got so many titles for this podcast, man.
I know.
You should just call it blank podcast. That's basically it. I had nothing, so I just went with podcast after blank.
I know.
Had nothing.
I'm like, do you have anything to add to that?
And I was like, done.
I was like,
All underscores podcast.
all underscores
Mopbuckett
podcast.
hyphen.
Because like I think for to end this one, to end the podcast here, I would say like
You shut me down.
no.
I mean, I got another half an hour, man. I mean,
I didn't know that, but
dude, I don't gotta be out of here till about 6:45, and it is 6 o'clock right now. Okay,
that is also
I got
true.
another 20 minutes. Nobody talks to me anymore. I just want to talk to somebody.
Well, I'm also.
I couldn't hold it. I was like,
Let's
I'm all by myself.
let the feelings.
I'm all by myself.
Trust me, I have been all by myself for a long time.
I'm all by myself. We're all quarantined right now.
Here, I can.
This is the most contact I've had other than my girlfriend.
I can play the world's smallest violin.
Yeah.
Like the reason why I was gonna say just end it right here is because also I have a severe back problem, so sitting on here with my back.
Whoa, all right, man. Okay, that's legit. I understand. I'm being selfish. Thanks a lot. Way to make me feel bad.
Yeah, Mopbucket likes to make people's back hurt. So,
What? Who people? What kind of people did you just say?
what do you mean, you people?
I know that's what I thought I heard. Now I've got to digress, put on my defense mode of something that I didn't even do. No, that's not me. You're like, dude, they just get called out just because they could do it. Like, I didn't do anything. I'm having a great time.
Well, that's good because
You just get off the floor. I'm just kidding.
what I'm gonna say is.
Oh, okay, that's how it is.
Well, what I'm gonna say is that I think that Mopbucket is very entertaining, and I think we will probably we are gonna have him back up here again.
He couldn't even get the sentence out. He's lying.
Yep.
You can tell he's lying. Like, trying to make him feel good.
Because what we're going to do is, if he's up for it, we are going to have Mopbucket on here again. Because I have
to check my schedule. Remember, I told you can't schedule shame.
So I'm not going to schedule him, so I'm going to let him figure out the schedule that he wants to do. Because he's very entertaining, and I hit my mic because I'm unprofessional. So we will come back to this one. I can see he's nodding his head there, so we're going to end it there. So
I've literally stared at myself more than I had stared at you. I think it's kind of vain. It's a very vain podcast by me.
No, you're.
I can't do this. I need to put it back down to the little circle.
Oh no, you're totally good.
I can't do it, man.
So that is the end of the first episode.
Maybe I'll have you on my podcast.
If he has, is that a teaser for
I'll
a podcast?
make one.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know what we talk about though. You're very nice.
Trust me, I have a lot to say, like you do. So we're on the same boat here. So that will be.
I especially like your closet.
Yeah, I just came out of it. Oh wait.
All right, you can wrap it. Okay, you can wrap it up now. I'm done. All right, let's go.
All right, well, that's the end of the first episode of the Saiyan Podcast, or Evan Podcast, depending on what the hell we're going to go with that. But that's the first episode over with Mopbucket. You can catch him on twitch.tv/Mopbucket. That's 2 Ks.
Mopbucket. Done.
There it is. That's the end of this. That's the end of this podcast, everybody.
Finally, I'm very modest. I'm like,
there we go.
I don't want to promote myself. I don't know why I grabbed myself like I did that, like I had boobs. I mean, like, come on.
Did he just come out as did you?
That's the second time we went to boobs. Oh yeah, dude, I had. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, you can catch me later.
All right.
Now we're going off on tangents, man. You got to stop the podcast.
All right, we're going to stop it right here. We're going to stop it right here.
Chop it, man. Chop it.
We're going to chop it. That's it. Bye, guys. We're done.
Right,